is broken in. Half of this is going through. The scroll is mine, and no one's true to love. The dangers. This is for me, in theory. You should not see this. It's 10:52 p.m. the 10th of July, the 10th of August 2023. In theory, you should not see this. In theory, me should transcribe what I said into the book, into some memoir, some memories. The dangers of warnings, the dangers of cautions, the dangers of warning someone about something. So what do I mean by that? It is quite clear. It's kind of a paradox, to be fair. It's kind of a paradox to be honest. Let's just say that you warn the dangers of making a bomb. And how would you warn the dangers of making a bomb? Well, some people may say, please do not mix hazardous materials because they can explode. And how do I know what is a hazardous material? Well, because it has a label on it. So, if I want to make a bomb, I just need to search for the label, mix them, and I have a bomb. For example, with AI, if I told you that this is AI, or that please trust me, I am a human, this is not AI, my voice is mine, my skin, my physique, my being is a human being. Now I have implanted in you the doubt. Now you're thinking, wait, why would you say that? Why would you say that you are human? If you're human, and you're not meant to tell us that you are human, right? The dangers of warnings. It's kind of the dangers of warning goes kind of hand in hand with the paradox of telling the truth. Always. Because if you always tell the truth, if the world is always honest, is always true, it doesn't necessarily mean that there is no secrets. But it does mean that everyone can know about everything, and they are free to do whatever they want to. But if you don't give them any truth, if you keep the truth very small, very shallow. Of course, just what they can know and sometimes need to know. Then it becomes like, wait, why is this book so empty? Why is this page so compact? Why is this speech so short? How how those I don't know, how could this government cure cancer? Like what was that process that it made, and why we don't know it? What was that pesticide that actually is kind of perfect, and why can't we replicate it or maybe improve upon it? Why is always the government who does it all the time? And then once again, once doubt, once a little seed of doubt grows and grows into a bloom of uncertainty, of untrust, it becomes a fulfilling prophecy, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, oh, do not play with fire or you will pay the consequences. And then you go like, but yeah, I mean, fire cooks things, but why not? Like, I can just harness it, like, then nothing's going to happen, and then you burn yourself. It's, oh shit, he was right. What I'm trying to say is that telling the truth, warning, maybe contraproducente. Because if I tell you that in the perfect world we don't eat, in the perfect world we eat a quarter of meat, then you're going to be like, what? Motherfucker, what do you mean? You want us to be fucking commies or something like that? Or do you want to get rid of my job? Are you going to pay for my job? And then it's going to escalate and escalate. But if I don't say anything and then I just do it, like I have the power, I become the president of the world, and then I decide, hey, we're going to eat a quarter of the fucking meat. We're going to fucking save the world right now, and it's just going to take like about a month to do it. And then everyone's going to be like, out of nothing, like just like that. And then they're going to think that that president of the world is just tyrannic or something like that. I guess people always will try to see the bad things, because we always lose more than we win. Because if you think about it, for us, yes, for us 2023 humans, well, humans of the 2023, for us to be good, to be well, to have a good life means material. Let's not fool ourselves. We're following our economics that way. If we weren't, we couldn't cure cancer. We couldn't cure we couldn't treat diabetes. But also, paradoxically, we wouldn't have diabetes because we would eat healthy, and we wouldn't have such lazy lives that we have today. Well, lazy, I mean, not lazy, just toxic. So we need to think about it. About truth. How good is it to inform the public? We need to think about why we humans always see the worst and why we have made it, and if it's possible to resolve that problem that we lose more than we win always in 2023 upwards. Then we're going to think about materials, future, and my theory that we only need to be like ancient times. Like the golden ancient times that I modified to make it, of course, good, because we don't want to we don't want to become parents at the age of 13. We don't want to burn our women because they know how to read. We don't want to enslave another continent. But we do want to just have a work, have a place in the society that eventually turns into a nation, that eventually turns into a fucking continent. But just to have a place. And because you always have food in your stomach, you always have shelter. Because you always have people around you, you don't need anything, but you still have clothes, you still have culture, you still sing songs, you still dance, you still paint, you still innovate, but not at the cost of the world or at the cost of your peers, your brothers and sisters, your society. So it's so much easier to see always the bad things, don't you think? To be honest, the most I remember about my peers, my fellow humans, is the worst things about rape, about child rape, about home violence, about gang violence, about racism, about classism, about corruption, about injustice. Those are the things that I can vividly remember, but the ones the good things that have always been there that my fellow humans have done, I need to remember. It's not there when I close my eyes. It's like everyone around me is kind of a fucking asshole. But I never remember, hey, everyone around me is not killing me. Everyone around me is actually respecting the rules. Everyone around me is really nice. Everyone around me has helped me. Why is that hard? And is it possible to resolve it? About trending. One thing that I hate, and I'm going to talk about trending later. Remember what we have saw. We watch the construction of a industry delivery plant, which is kind of big, relatively big, but it took land. It took land. it erased at the street level, which is the street level, which is the level that we all fucking live. We don't have planes. It erased at a street level the view of my fucking beloved mountain mountain range. So that fucking eyesore did bring a lot of jobs. Building it, transporting it, and I hope that it's going to pay taxes. At least. I hope it's going to pay its fucking electricity. But it probably will not, because apparently in economic development you want to give incentives for enterprises to invest in your country, right? In theory, that company that put that eyesore within nature that I that I took transport every now and then, that is in theory, native enterprise, in theory. In theory, it is indeed creating at least 1,000 jobs, at least. And in theory, it's going to support the local economy, which is the municipality that I live in, right? So it is 1,000 more jobs, 1,000 more people working, 1,000 more people spending their money. Plus, more hundreds or even thousands of indirect jobs that are being created, and they are not going to spend as much, but still there are more people working, more people getting some money. Still, it doesn't seem ideal. No, I'm sorry. It seems rather. It seems bad. It seems like it is not the way it should be. I was about to say that. Oh, but it is just on the highway, right? It is just on areas that can be developed because they already have the infrastructure and are really crucial. We are in a really good area to transport and to be efficient. No, we didn't. We did. It didn't. No. It's no, it's bad. Houses, plazas, malls, food, and the biggest problem of all, which is waste management, delivery companies, and well, e-commerce, e-shops, which bring lots of useless Chinese plastic along with homemade plastics, along with slaved clothing, along with homemade slave clothing. So it is making economy boom, right? But if you decide to, hey, you know what? That's not going to happen anymore. Every single people is going to revolt against you because they are greedy, because they only can feel happy with material things, along with people that don't have material things and that only want to fit within our classist society, that have been indoctrinated to have a same culture, although they shouldn't, because it's just erasing their own. Yes, I mean indigenous, I mean native people, I mean even poor people that still represent the culture of old, but now are trying to erase it for the modern commodities and luxuries. But still, our modern luxuries and commodities are nothing but what America and China want them to be. Isolation is another topic that we should discuss. Isolation. Isolation seems, if done, planned, think about it right, seems like it is. We're not in the fucking 1800s. Isolation right now is fucking good. What would it mean, isolation? Like actual isolation? Well, we don't have the internet, but we already have a billion books written with today's information. We're not going to have yesterday's, we're not going to have tomorrow's, but we don't need them. Isolation. The preservation of culture, the preservation of nature, the preservation of people, and the preservation of future. Isolation. In theory, a globalized world, Mexico could produce food, the United States could produce technology, and Europe was, and China everything, and Russia energy. Because everyone wants to grow and grow and grow, thinking that if you grow and grow and grow, the more people are going to be out of poverty. But the problem is not poverty, the problem is modern poverty, which involves living in the modern world instead of the old world. Once again, it is not embrace the old, fuck the new, or it is not the embrace the new, forget the old. It is grab the best of both, grab the best about every fucking thing in the world, about every human, grab the best and do it. For example, we don't need to grow, we don't need more glass skyscrapers, we don't need more anatomic chips, we don't need more FPS, we don't need more RAM of fucking phones, we don't need them to be fucking like they are today. But we need medical exams of high accuracy. We need high accuracy engineering tools of measurement, of seismic, of weather, of natural disasters tools that of course are great, and we need just the most efficient and clean energy possible. There's no need at all for the clothes that we are throwing in the trash and buying just because we don't need any of that. We don't need a house that can talk to us because that's just fucking stupid. Instead, we need a house that that cools itself and warms itself. We need water, clean water. We need a good waste management system, and we need to be somewhat free. No drugs, no guns. Laws, but laws that are common knowledge, common sense. We need a immaculate, uncorruptible government along with its law enforcement agents. And that's it. No cars, but yes buses and flights and trains. No skyscrapers, but yes, greatly engineered and just ultra efficient homes that don't, or at least that try to not disturb or destroy nature. We need that. Artists are still a thing. Everyone has food. If someone commits a crime, it has an opportunity. If it fucks up, it doesn't have an opportunity at all. (2023). How much have I recorded? 27 minutes. It's alright. Well, just hold on. The first world countries, the power, the rich countries, the wealthy countries, need us, third world. But we don't need them, because they have created what they have created what is the perfect enslavement, the perfect way to enslave the world economy. I'm not trying to be communist. In theory, the only thing that I know about communism is that everyone is kind of equal, that you try to share equally everything, but still if someone is smart enough to acquire some wealth, it's free to have it. In theory, communism in theory just divides the classes within the ones who are hungry and the ones who are overweight. In theory, I think so. Of course, I don't plan that, because the poor, just like communism, the poor, the hungry, will always eat the rich. Always. The rich can kill as many poor or hungry as they want, but eventually they're going to run out. They're not going to run out of bullets. Instead, they're going to run out of rich people, because they need to work the lands, and the rich people are just going to eat each other, just like everyone. But just how? How would we break our chains of slavery, of enslavement? And how could we be free? Taking in care, taking in thought, taking in account nuclear weapons, The USA Army, the China's army. Taking in account that we right now harness the internet along the world, taking in account that I think we need some food imported to our country. If we didn't have that food, we would be hungry. A little bit. Why do I doubt? Because we waste tons and tons of food. And I think we have the technology to create synthetic or at least processed food that are going to at least not kill us from hunger. So food is kind of a problem, but we have an entire continent that could help us because they would. Technology, we rely on every app, every American app that we in this part of the world use is American. Some are Chinese, but we rely on everything American. Once again, the one thing that it could be kind of dangerous, because to be honest, it is the most useful tool that humanity has ever created, is the internet. To be isolated from the internet would be bad. In theory, I don't know. No, we can make our own internet, but it would be just letters. We could communicate with, of course, everything as secure and everything as authenticated. Once again, if someone gives you their isolated internet address, and you could just talk and everyone knows how it works, so it's actually secure. Of course, it just relies that you have energy. But if you want to teach people, if you want to teach an entire country using and harnessing this absolutely great and technology that is the internet, you would need to spend. You really couldn't. To make microchips, to make that infrastructure is extremely expensive. And it is extremely expensive because it is actually rare. Once again, the internet, the one thing that unites us all, is the one thing that unites us all, because we need fucking rare earths from China. We need lithium from Namibia. We need fucking I don't know. We need energy from the USA. We need fucking transport from the Netherlands. We need fucking UK cables. We need German engineering. We need everything, because that is the internet. It is like the ultimate tool that one can make. Right now, don't bring me no fucking fusion technology bullshit. It doesn't going to fucking help us at all. So shut the fuck up. So, isolated, in theory, we could make it. In theory, it would work. But in practice, it would be remembered forever in history. Because of two things. Because it was the worst period of that country, or because it was the reborn of that country that saved himself from everything, that actually transcended into being human naturally. Well, and a new human. It can be done so easy, but also so difficult. And I think it no longer depends on the country. It depends once again on the enslaver, the the human trafficker, the human owner, the master of us, the USA and China. If we revolution as pacific as possible, of course, we would be interrupting into the USA ways, the USA home. We would be kind of like, USA, I don't want to live in your home no more. I kind of like have everything to just live on my own. But of course, I'm going to take all of my grains because they're mine, and of course, I'm going to feed my people so that I don't need to, rely on something else, someone else. And the USA is going to be like, you're going to do what, motherfucker? And then the USA is going to threat to liberate you. And of course, while liberating you, this just going to kill you, and of course, replace you with the lowest scum that tends to be white. And of course, your country is no longer. The thing is, we really don't have much of a future, although you that you're supposed to watch me, we know that you and me know that we don't have a future. It's clear, it's written on the wall, we don't have a future. I already explained it, but I need to record it, yes. But maybe if you are internet YouTuber user watching this, we don't have a future. Don't try to fool yourself. This chains of economy and globalization are just that, chains that don't affect a native or most primal nature. That is, if something goes wrong, we're going to eat each other. The strongest always survive. We don't have a future. And of course, don't try to fool yourself. The USA and China has everything to control us, to breed us submissible, to breed the perfect slaves that we are today. You see, in this world that I'm trying to think, I'm trying to build, I'm trying to make, because we don't have anything else, it's either nuclear war, climate fuckery, and it would mean that we get fucked. It is nuclear war, natural disasters every month, plagues, or just humans saving humanity. No gods, no kings. In this world that I'm trying to make, I'm not trying to fool you. No, it has never been thought in my head. That thought has never crossed in my head that it's going to be perfect, because I don't believe in perfection, and I don't want perfection, and no one wants perfection, although they try to fool themselves into. No, instead it's just a new humanity. not trying to destroy it, although it's going to be inevitable because the USA likes to shoot. But the new humans that born or reborn out of ourselves are just meant to be that. Are just meant to, hey, we're going to preserve, we're going to protect all of our history, but we're going to create something new. From everything that we know, it's bad, and from everything we know, it's good. As simple as that. We're not going to forget everything, but we're not going to hold grudges. We can't repair nature, and we must. Just like we need to rebuild homes, we need to build homes, we need to feed our people, we need to preserve our culture, and not the bullshit that our enslavers, our masters, try to made us feel it was our culture. In that world, as I just said, it's not perfect, it's just that. It's just that. I really don't believe in the stars, but I do believe in space mining. I don't believe in colonization, star colonization, but I do believe in just having satellites to watch our weather and all of that. I don't believe in globalization, but I do believe in the most useful tool of all times, the internet. I do believe in that, but it's just not. I don't know right now if they are crucial for the perfect world. But realistically talking about if they are crucial up to the perfect country. Transport, preventive healthcare, meaning just teach them how to take the fucking care themselves, eat good because you are providing those good foods, you are providing those good recipes, and you're providing that good lifestyle. If someone fucks up again, and if someone gives its last fuck, if someone gives its last fucks, it's done. That's another topic, which is the cleaning and usage of death. And don't worry, it's not going to be like 1800s. We're not European. No, instead it's just, oh yeah, we have these prisoners. They really committed something, but we're not going to act in revenge. We're just going to, instead of supporting them, because they cost like about like $1,000 a month to support them, I'm just going to support a child and a family with those $1,000. So let's just kill them. If someone is just not able to function as a human, it doesn't mean disabled people. Disabled people that are just that are just taken care of. You give them the tools they need to function normally. But those who just don't serve any purpose and not just don't, they're just that. No, they're just that. Like they just saw what. I'm sorry. Is that not human? What if instead of that person filthing the streets, that person that already fucked up in life or that already was fucked up, you help them first, and if they fucked up again, why help them when you can help the children that are actually suffering because of everyone. The children have not fucking guilt, they have no fault, and Once again, if you're trying to help them, why not trying to help some 18-year-olds that are going to try to study fucking how to cure cancer and that are brilliant? I hate band-aids. That is clear. And I need to be careful with my words because think about it. What do I produce? Nothing. And in my world, I would have been yelled at, but of course, telling me to fucking move my ass and do something for my community actively, or they're just going to leave me there and much properly exile me because I'm doing nothing and I'm just waste. I'm just a parasite. So I have to be careful with my own words, because I do feed in them in the fact that I don't produce nothing material and nothing unmaterial. Why? Because I have fear. Why? Because I have fear of warning and then teaching bad humans how to win. But what can I do? Think. That's what I can do. Think for 20 hours a day and then come to an answer. But no, because that goes against my own world for the perfect country. Because it is not my nature. My nature is creative. My nature is to be a leader. My nature is to inspire. My nature is to talk. My nature is to dream, to do. But my nature is not to seek perfection, is not to resolve things with a band-aid. Because I'm not going to help no one with a fucking band-aid. So remember that cleaning death and using death is, I need to talk about it. So yeah, the perfect country first. Realistically talking, the perfect country first. A one that is self-sufficient and a one that is isolated, that can be isolated. It can have great allies. It can have great relationships with the another countries. But one nation should never be the bitch out of the more powerful one. Although that it is natural, that is nature. The strongest dominate the weakest. The strongest eat the weak. That is natural. Just like uh, evolution has make us relatively weak, but intelligent. So once again, we really don't have future. Anyways, it's either nuclear and we are fucked. Enslavement, a new era of enslavement, which is where we're going to, and we are all fucked. Invasions, and we're all fucked. Climate change, which is not going to change, and we're all fucked. And a plague or illness, and we're all fucked. So we have like 5 things, and that we know for sure are going to be our demise right now. Right now. Yes, right now. Right now. It's happening. So what do we have to lose when we are assured to lose? Oh yeah, absolutely. A new hyperconductor is going to be found. A new hyperconductor is going to be used to treat 99% of cancer patients. A new hyperconductor is going to allow us to modify genetics and make perfect babies. A new hyperconductor is going to be made to make the most efficient uh, AI programs, computer programs, microchips. Microchips are going to be created to make more affordable technology. Technology is going to be created to make our lives better. And to make our lives better is going to be a slave. But we can watch Mr. Beast, we can watch Logan Paul, we can watch the fat ass on our latest rappers, we can watch the money on our latest rappers. We can watch the drama between two millionaires, women. We can watch the wars in the Middle East and Africa. We can watch funny drawings from the East. We can watch gore. We can watch interactable, incredible adventures. We can watch everything, but we will never do it. We can watch a blue sky. We can watch a 100,000 meal. We can watch love. We can watch lust. We can watch freedom. And then go to a 12-hour shift. Slave work. And as we walk or take a mediocre transport, we watch the rich. Fear is what I feel. It is the most crucial enemy that I have. And fooling myself into believing that I'm not a bitch is going to take me nowhere. Resolving my fear is vital, as it is something that I can do, but I'm too flawed right now to resolve my fear. Because, once again, I need to think. I need to come up with a brute, a fucking uncut, unrefined answer. And when I have that answer, when I have that absolute truth, although a bit brute, a bit raw, then I can have faith and then overcome my fear. Then I know I'm doing the right thing and not trying to defend it like every religion. No. That's why it's so hard. That's why I have that fear, because if I don't find it, anyways, and everything is going to be just doomed either way. And if I find it, it is crucial for me to eradicate my fear, because a leader, at least a bad one, cannot have fear. As a leader is the guide the one who's going to guide us all. It's an example. And although, once again, I will never be perfect, and I never dream of being perfect, I need to be better. 11:48 p.m. the 10th of August 2023. Remember, we need to talk about death. We need to talk about using death. We need to talk about globalization and isolation. We need to talk about culture. We need to talk about how to bring education without the internet. We need to talk about economy and how it's a slave tool. We need to talk about how the fuck to be the leader of the United States and basically erase all the everything. We need to find out how to be the leader of Russia, the leader of China, the leader of North Korea, the leader of every fucking culture with fucking guns, and erase every gun that they have and erase every fucking stupid thing that they have. We need to think about that. Don't think about it too much. No, actually, you do think about it. We do have time. Right now, we would be scratching our balls watching some good memes, but we have grown a bit too tired of memes. Right now, I'm writing a lot, which it makes me really happy. And my music is going well. I fucking love it. Right now, I've just discovered echoes, and apparently, yeah, I sound a bit like Pink Floyd, but I am me. And being yourself, once again, having an influence is okay, but brother, I am not trying to be Pink Floyd. I'm not trying to be the Beatles. I'm not trying to be Queen, Muse. No, I am me, and that feels so good. But it did took time. It did took time to get to this point, but without spending a single fucking penny. That's great. Anyways, 11:50 p.m. 10 of August 2023. You're not supposed to watch this. I mean, you are supposed to watch this, but if you publish it, don't edit it. Don't edit it. Just clear the audio and correct the colors and nothing. Just expect nothing because no one is going to watch it. So, well, but if you like want people watch this, don't be weird, okay? Just behave yourself. I'm trying to like think about good things, you know. I'm not trying to inspire a bunch of weirdos and a bunch of misfits to do stupid things, because that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is to know the good people that exist in the world, that we can make, we can fix our world, and if not for ourselves, for our children at least. Anyways, I'm J.BBTafka, 11:51 p.m. the 10th of August 2023. I'm going to listen to music and write. Yeah, I'm going to write and draw and all of that because I fucking love it. 3, 2, 1.